All right, guys, good morning. What we're going to be doing today is going to be learning about holidays in England. So remember, you're going to go to Google Classroom, click on classwork, scroll down to ELA, and then you're going to see holidays around the world. The exit tickets are the ones that I really want you guys to look at and work on. And all the other activities are also very important. So what you guys are going to do is click view assignment, and then yours will look similar to this. Now, you're going to see one says holiday teaching. The teaching one is going to be the ones you're going to read. The exit tickets are going to be 3 little questions you're going to answer. The reading passages are going to have a story and then questions at the end. And then there's also going to be videos that you guys can watch about some of those holidays. So we're going to go ahead and do the next one, which is going to be England, because we have already done France. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up our teaching slides. And then we've already done these ones in France. So I'm going to scroll down to England. Welcome to England. The cities and towns are draped with holly and evergreen boughs. Decorated with colorful lights, Christmas trees appear in homes and shop windows. In homes across England, we count down the days until Christmas with an advent calendar. Each day we open one door to reveal a treat. While waiting for Christmas to arrive, children write letters to Father Christmas rather than Santa Claus and make Christmas cards for relatives. In England, we say, Happy Christmas. And here's a picture of Big Ben Clock Tower in London, England. Christmas caroling. Throughout the holiday season, carolers go to house, ringing handbells and singing Christmas songs. People give the carolers treats like fruitcake or small pies filled with nuts. Some carolers dress up in costumes from the 1800s to reenact A Christmas Carol, the famous English story by Charles Dickens. Christmas carolers dressed in Victorian costumes. Carolers used to take a hot drink called wassail with them to stay warm. Wassail is made with apple cider and often has a cinnamon stick added. The word wassail means be well. Today we drink wassail at Christmas time for good health in the new year. The first Christmas tree. While many countries have decorated with Christmas trees for centuries, it wasn't until Prince Albert put up a Christmas tree at Windsor Castle in 1841 that the first tree appeared in England. Prince Albert wanted his children to have a Christmas tree just as he had growing up in Germany. Today in England, most families have a Christmas tree in their home. On Christmas Eve, when everyone is asleep, Father Christmas comes and leaves gifts in stockings hung by the fireplace or next to children's beds. Christmas dinner, holiday food. Here in England, families gather midday for their Christmas meal. We usually eat roasted goose or turkey covered in bacon and stuffed with sausage meat. Potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and Christmas pudding are served with the Christmas meal. Mom always makes wassail too. Christmas pudding, also known as plum or figgy pudding, dates back to the medieval times and has coins hidden inside it. At the end of Christmas dinner, we all hope to find a coin in our pudding. Here's a picture of the roasted goose and the Christmas pudding. You can see the little bacon on top of it. England holiday traditions. Christmas crowns and crackers. As families sit down for their Christmas meal, they find a Christmas cracker beside their plate. A Christmas cracker is a paper-covered tube. When the ends are pulled, it makes a cracking sound. Inside are tiny toys, candies, and sometimes a paper crown. There is also a riddle or joke inside to read to everyone at the table. London sweetmaker Tom Smith invented Christmas crackers in the late 1840s. It wasn't until he found a way to make them crack when pulled apart that sales took off. Family opening crackers, Brits of England. Holiday traditions. Christmas cards. Did you know that sending Christmas cards originated in England? The founders of the post office created the first Christmas card in 1843 as a way of encouraging people to use its services. At the time, it cost half a penny to mail a card. The custom caught on, and today the Christmas season is the busiest time of year for the post offices around the world. Families still enjoy sending and receiving Christmas cards and often proudly display them in their homes. All right, so remember, before departing means that we're going to go to our exit ticket now. So I'm going to find my exit ticket, and then I'm going to go to England, which is the second slide. Who is the gift giver in England? So we're going to go back and look for the gift giver of England. If you want, you can do this on your own by pausing the video and finding the answer on your own. While waiting for Christmas to arrive, children write letters to Father Christmas. Let's see. Rather than Santa Claus, and make Christmas cards for relatives. It doesn't specifically say, but we know that Santa Claus is our gift giver. So ours is going to be called Father Christmas. They were still writing letters, so the traditions are still similar. What are Christmas crackers and how do they work? They are paper covered tubes with toys inside. So paper covered tubes that crackle when open. Inside are toys. What tradition originated in England? So again, if you want to find the answer yourself, you're going to pause the video and then look for that answer. So let's see if we can find it. Well, the Christmas tree didn't originate in England. Did you know that sending Christmas cards originated in England? Okay, here it is. So I looked back and I reread and I found the answer. So what tradition originated in England? Christmas cards. All right, guys. So what we're going to do now that we finished our exit ticket is now we're going to open up those reading passages. And I'm going to go to slide 2 for holidays in England. I'm going to read this text and I'm going to answer these questions. If you can't read it, if you click on this button right here, this little triangle next to the plus sign with the microscope, magnifying glass, you can make it bigger. Okay. Children in England count down the days until Christmas on an advent calendar. Each day they open a new door to find a treat inside. Carolers go door to door ringing bells and singing Christmas songs. Some even dress up in costumes from the past. Homes are decorated with holly and colorful lights. Decorated trees can be seen in the windows. On Christmas Eve, children lay their stockings across the end of their beds before they go to sleep. In the morning, they jump up to see what gifts Father Christmas has put inside. So Father Christmas does give gifts. And here's a picture of carolers in Victorian costumes. English families gather together for a large meal on Christmas. A common meal includes roasted goose or turkey, Brussels sprouts, and plum pudding for dessert. Plum pudding is not really a pudding. It is a sweet bread with dried fruit inside. One very popular tradition on Christmas Day is to watch the Queen give a talk on television. Each year, millions of people tune in to watch after their Christmas meal. So what is the text mostly about? Holidays in. When does the Queen give a talk? On Christmas Day. And what nonfiction text, so real text feature or factual text feature, did the author use and how did it help you understand the text? And here we have a picture. That's our text feature. So it's going to be a picture or a photo. And how did it help us understand the text? We got to see what they wore long ago and what they wore when they wear when they carol. All right, guys. All right. So that was it for England. What I'm going to do now is if you click here again and you look at this last one, this is going to be a video guide on different videos you could watch about different countries. All right. So I recommend watching Madeline's Christmas for France, which we did a few days ago. And then also watching the England, which we're actually going to watch in class right now. So Madeline's Christmas is 23 minutes and 45 seconds long. So you guys can watch that one on your own. What we're going to watch is going to be England, the history of Christmas crackers. So you're going to click on that link. And then it's going to open it up for you, the blue letters. And here we go. All right, let's watch this video.
They date back to the Victorians and their inventor, the so-called king of crackers, Tom Smith.
Morning, Peter.
Hello, nice to see you.
Traditional handshake.
I get the prize.
I'm in Norwich to meet probably the world's only cracker historian.
You better do it.
Hang
Can
on.
you read that all right?
I've sorted out a few examples for you to have a look at. Victorian Edwardian boxes.
Before the transparent plastic packaging we know today, boxes carried elaborate and often topical designs.
I've got another interesting one here, which was actually produced in 1916, smack in the middle of the First World War. I don't know, that was a sort of a sop to friendship or something, I would imagine, between the Allies.
At first they contained brief love poems or sayings, before the corny jokes, the subject of so much eye-rolling at the Christmas dinner table now.
You're cheating. Get your hand
Go
back.
on,
Yeah, there you
go
are.
on.
And
Here
then
we
one
go.
good solid pull and go
2,
for
3,
it.
go.
Hey.
Tom Smith's name lives on here at the parent company's headquarters in South Wales. They make more than 70 million crackers a year.
It's just become part of the greater Christmas tradition. I mean, it's older than the tradition of Father Christmas, really, in its modern context.
Manufacturing takes place in China, but in this room they make the table decorations for the Queen.
They are really, really special crackers. They come from, the designs come from our Tom Smith range, so they link back to that. But yeah, they're really, really special just because of who they're for, really.
Although there are no suffragettes or British Tommies as in years gone by, inspiration today comes from far and wide as the design team plans next year's crackers even before we've solved the maddening puzzles in this year's. John Maguire, BBC News, South Wales.
Ribbons, different decks as well.
How fun was that? All right, guys. So that was it for our England. All right. If you did not finish, make sure you go back and pause the video and finish the ones that you did not do.